Welcome to my class of cloud computing. Today we will learn about system models for distributed and cloud computing. What are the different systems model that we need to note down and we need to learn? System models. Distributed and cloud computing systems are built over a large number of autonomous computer nodes. These nodes machines are interconnected by storage area network, local area network or wide area network in a hierarchical manner. With today's networking technology, a few LAN switches can easily connect hundreds of machines as a working cluster. A WAN can connect many local clusters to form a very large cluster of clusters. In this sense, one can build a massive system with millions of computers connected to edge network. Massive systems are considered highly scalable and can reach web scale connectivity either physically or logically. Massive systems are classified into four groups: clusters, P2P network, computing grids, and internet cloud over huge data centers. In terms of node number, these four system classes may involve 100,000 or even millions of computers as participating node. These machines work collectively, cooperatively, or collaboratively at various levels. However, the we can say that system model for distributed computing and work and cloud computing are of similar types. Like a distributed computing system model have several categories like mini computer model, workstation model, workstation server model, processor pool model, hybrid model. Mini computer model is a simple extension of the centralized time sharing system. A distributed computing system based on this model consists of a few mini computers. They may be large supercomputers as well, interconnected by a communication network. Each mini computer usually has multiple users simultaneously logged on to it. For this, several interactive terminals are connected to each mini computer. Each user is logged on to one specific mini computer with remote access to other mini computers. The network allows a user to access remote resources that are available on some machine other than the one onto which the user is currently logged. The mini computer model may be used when resource sharing, such as sharing of information databases of different type, with each type of database located on different machine with remote user, is desired. The early ARPANET is an example of a distributed computing system based on the mini computer model. Workstation model, a distributed computing system based on the workstation model, consist of several workstations interconnected by a communication network. An organization may have several workstations located throughout a building or campus, each workstation equipped with its own disk and serving as a single user computer. It has been often found that in such an environment, at any one time, a significant proportion of workstations are idle, that is, they are not being used, resulting in the waste of large amount of CPU time. Therefore, the idea of workstation model is to interconnect all these workstations by a high speed LAN so that ideal workstation may be used to process jobs of users who are logged on to other workstation and don't have sufficient processing power at their workstation to get their job processed efficiently. The workstation model is a network of personal workstation, each with its own disk and local file system. A workstation with its own local disk is usually called a disk-full workstation, and a workstation without a local disk is called a diskless workstation. With the proliferation of high-speed network, diskless workstation have become more popular in network environment than disk-full workstation, making the workstation server model more popular than the workstation model for building distributed computing systems. A distributed computing systems based on the workstation server model consist of a few mini computers and several workstations, most of which are diskless, but a few of which may be diskful, interconnected by a communication network. When diskless workstations are used on a network, the file system to be used by these workstations must be implemented either by a diskful workstation or by a mini computer equipped with a disk for file storage. One or more of the mini computers are used for implementing the file system. Other mini computers may be used for providing other type of services such as database service and print service. Therefore, each mini computer is used as a server machine to provide one or more type of services. Therefore, in the workstation server model, in addition to the workstations, there are specialized machine, maybe specialized workstation for running server processes called servers, for managing and providing access to shared resources. For a number of reasons such as higher reliability and better scalability, multiple servers are often used for managing the resources of a particular type in a distributed computing system. For example, there may be multiple file servers, each running on a separate mini computers and cooperating via the network for managing the files of all the users in the system. Due to this reason, a distinction is often made between the services that are provided to client and the servers that provide them. That is, a service is an abstract entity that is provided by one or more network. For example, One or more file server may be used in a distributed computing system to provide file services to the users. In this model, a user logs on to a workstation called his or her home workstation. Normal computation activities required by the user's processes are performed at the user's home workstation, but requests for services provided by special servers such as file server or database server are sent to a server providing that type of service that performs the user's request activity and returns the result of request processing to the user's workstation. Therefore, in this model, the user's processes need not migrated to the server machine for getting the work done by those machines. Processor pool model. This is also one of the system model for distributed computing. The processor pool model is based on the observation that most of the time a user data does not need any computing power, but once in a while the user may need a very large amount of computing power for a short time. Example, when recompiling a program consisting of large number of files after changing a basic shared declaration. Therefore, unlike the workstation server model in which processor is allocated to each user, in the processor pool model, the processors are pooled together to be shared by the user. Each processor in the pool has its own memory to locate and run a system power or an application program of the distributed computing system. Another important model is hybrid model. One of the four models, the workstation model, is the most widely used model for building distributed computing systems. This is because a large number of computer users only perform simple interactive tasks such as editing job, sending an electronic mail, and executing small program. The workstation server model is ideal for such simple usage. However, in a working environment that has group of users who often released or who often perform job needing review computation, the processor pool model is more efficient and suitable. System models for distributed and cloud computing can majorly be classified into clusters, peer to peer network, grids, and cloud. If we start with the cluster, what is a cluster? We need to know the definition of clusters. These are network of compute nodes interconnected by storage area network, LAN area network, or WAN area network hierarchically. Here, homogeneous nodes with distributed control running Unix or Linux. High performance computing, search engine, and web services, etc., are present. Google search engine, Sunblade, IBM Road Runner, C Ray, XT4, etc. The next model is peer-to-peer model with characteristics of flexible network of client machines logically connected to a overlay network. It has autonomous client load, free in and out with self organization. Most appealing to business files sharing, content delivery and social delivery. uh, some of the representative operating system where this model is used is JKXTA, KAZA, Skype, Napster, BitTorrent, Emute. I think all of you have learned or must have used Skype. So Skype falls under peer-to-peer network. Next is grid. Grids are heterogeneous clusters interconnected by high speed network link over selected resource site. Centralized control, server oriented with the authorized security. Distributed supercomputing is global problem solving and data center services are present. TeraGrid, GRBN, EGEE, China Grid, etc. are some of the examples of grid systems. Now the next is cloud platform, virtualized cluster of servers over data center via SLA, dynamic resource provisioning of servers, storage and network, upgraded web search, utility computing and advanced computing facilities. Google App Engine, IBM, Blue Cloud, AWS and Microsoft Azure is the main example of cloud platform. From the application perspective, clusters are most popular in supercomputing applications. In 2009, 417 of the top 500 supercomputers were built with cluster architecture. It is fair to say that clusters have laid the necessary foundation for building large scale grids and cloud. However, the content industry was reluctant to accept P2P technology in the past decade, where information was were unneutralized for lack of reliable middleware or well coded application presentation. Potential advantages of cloud computing include its low cost and simplicity for both the providers. Now we will see all these four groups in detail one by one. First is cluster or cluster architecture. A supercomputing cluster consists of interconnected standalone computer which work cooperatively as a single integrated computing resource. In the past, clustered computer systems have demonstrated impressive result in handling heavy workloads with large data sets. This diagram shows the architecture of a typical cluster. As referred, the diagram shows the architecture of typical clusters built around a low latency, high bandwidth interconnection network. The network can be as simple as storage area network, example MyDNet, or LAN, example Ethernet. To build a larger cluster with more nodes, the interconnection network can be built within multiple levels of gigabit, multi-bit, etc. We can find that it will make a huge amount of data. Through hierarchical construction using a storage area SAN, LAN or WAN, one can build virtual private network VPN gateway. The gateway IP address locates the cluster. The system image of a computer is decided by the way by the way the server nodes are managed by their operating system. Thus, most clusters have multiple systems. System image as a result of having many autonomous nodes under different OS nodes. Though hierarchical construction using a SAN, WAN or LAN, one can increase scalable cluster within increasing number of nodes. Now we come to another type, which is we call single system image. An ideal cluster should merge multiple system image into a single system image. Greg Pfister has indicated that an ideal cluster should merge multiple system image into a single system image. Cluster designers desire a cluster operating system or some middleware to support SSI at various levels, including the sharing of CPU's memory and I/O across all clusters. And SSI is an illustration created by software or hardware that presents a collaboration of resources as one integrated powerful resource. SSI makes the cluster appears like a single machine to the users. A cluster with multiple system image is nothing but a collection of independent computers. Major cluster design issues. Major cluster design issues are a cluster-wide OS for complete resource sharing is not available yet. This is one of the major challenges in the design issue. Middleware or OS extensions were developed at the user space to achieve SSI at selected functional level. Without this middleware, cluster nodes cannot work together. the effectively to achieve cooperative computing. Implementing cluster based architecture requires a significant amount of words to be done. Clustering often a wide range of advantages for a sensor network, but still it has one of its one drawback issues and challenges. So these are one of the design issues. Computing clusters. A computing cluster consists of interconnected standalone computers which work cooperatively as a single interconnected computing resource. The network of compute nodes are connected by LAN or SAN and are typically homogeneous with distributed control running Unix. They are suited to HPC high performance computing. Peer to peer network. In a P2P network, every node or peer acts as both client and server. Peers act autonomously to join or leave the network. No central coordination or central database is needed. No peer machine has a global view of entire P2P system. The system is self-organizing with distributed control. Unlike the cluster or grid, a P2P network does not use dedicated interconnection network. Distributed file sharing, content distribution of MP3 music, video, etc. This is the one of the classifications of P2P network, which is based on distributed file sharing and collaboration. P2P network like Skype chatting, instant messaging, gaming. Unlike the cluster or grid, a P2P network does not use dedicated interconnection network. Next is grid. Grids are heterogeneous clusters interconnected by high speed network. They have centralized control, are server oriented with authenticated security. They are suited to distributed computing. Example, TeraGrid. Like an electric utility power grid, a computing grid offers an infrastructure that couples computer software, middleware, people, and sensor together. The computers used in a grid include server, clusters, and supercomputers. PCs, laptop, and mobile devices can be used to access a grid system. The grid is constructed across LAN, WAN, or internet backbones at a regional, national, or global cell. The computers used in grid include server, cluster, and supercomputer. PCs, laptop, and mobile devices can be used to access a system. Cloud. A cloud is a pool of virtualized computer resources. A cloud can host a variety of different workload, including batch style backend job and interactive and user facing applications. Workload can be deployed and scaled out quickly through rapid provisioning of virtualization machine. Virtualization of server resources has enabled cost effectiveness and allowed cloud system to leverage low cost to benefit both users and provider. Cloud system should be able to monitor resource usage in real time to enable rebalancing of allocations when needed. Thank you for watching.